Hey Jungkook fans, have you noticed it too? There's something different happening right now, something about Jeon Jungkook that feels impossible to ignore since BTS made their long-awaited comeback in Japan, and suddenly, everyone is talking about him again. But this isn't just hype, it's something deeper, something that pulls you in the moment he steps on stage. His voice sounds stronger, his presence feels sharper, and every movement seems to carry a meaning that hits differently than before. So what exactly changed, and why can't fans stop watching him right now? There's something different this time, something fans immediately felt the moment Jeon Jungkook stepped back onto the stage in Japan. After years of waiting, BTS returned as a full group, and yet, somehow, all eyes kept drifting toward one person. Not by accident, not by hype, but by something much deeper. It starts with his voice. The moment the music begins, Jungkook doesn't just sing, he pulls you in. There's a clarity, a control, and an emotional weight that feels almost unreal, like every note carries a story you didn't know you needed to hear. Fans noticed it instantly, those subtle changes in tone, the way he stretches certain lines, the quiet intensity behind even the softest parts. It's not just skill, it's instinct. And then his presence. You could put him in the center, or at the edge of the stage, it wouldn't matter. There's a natural gravity to him now, something that feels stronger than before. His movements are sharper, more intentional, every step, every glance, every pause feels calculated but never forced. It's as if he's fully aware of the spotlight, and completely comfortable owning it. What makes people talk, though, is how effortless it all looks. There's no visible strain, no overperformance, just a smooth, controlled energy that flows from start to finish. Fans watching couldn't help but ask themselves, when did he become this powerful? Because this isn't just the Jungkook they remember, this is someone who has evolved quietly, steadily, and then returned all at once. And it doesn't stop on stage. Even in brief moments between songs, in small gestures, in the way he reacts to the crowd, there's a charm that feels genuine, unfiltered. A slight smile, a quick glance, the kind of small details that stay with fans long after the performance ends. It creates this connection that feels personal, even in a massive arena. That's where the conversation really begins. Because people aren't just reacting to a performance, they're reacting to a transformation. Jungkook isn't just keeping up with the comeback, he's redefining what it feels like. There's a maturity now, a quiet confidence that doesn't need to prove anything, and somehow, that makes it even more powerful. You start to notice things you didn't before. The way he holds a note just a second longer. The way the crowd responds louder when he steps forward. The way the energy shifts almost instantly when he takes control of a moment. It raises a question that fans can't ignore. Is this just another comeback performance, or is this the moment Jungkook truly steps into something bigger? Because right now, everyone is talking about him again. And this time it feels different. And maybe that's what makes this moment feel so intense, so impossible to ignore. Because the more you watch Jeon Jungkook, the more you realize this isn't something that happened overnight. This is the result of years of quiet growth, of discipline that fans didn't always get to see, of pressure that never truly disappeared. And yet, he carries it all so lightly, almost as if none of it weighs him down anymore. There's also a new layer to the way he expresses himself. It's not just about hitting the right notes or executing perfect choreography, it's about feeling. You can see it in his eyes, the way his expressions shift depending on the song, the way he allows himself to be vulnerable in certain moments, then powerful in the next. It creates this emotional range that pulls the audience deeper and deeper, without them even realizing it. And then there's the connection with the crowd. It's subtle but undeniable. Every cheer, every chant, he listens. Not just as a performer, but as someone who understands exactly what those voices mean. There's a moment, just a brief one, where he pauses, looks out into the audience, and you can almost feel the silence before the next wave of sound hits. That pause says everything. Fans have started noticing these details more than ever. Not just how he performs, but how he controls the atmosphere around him. It's in the timing, the pacing, the way he builds anticipation before delivering something bigger. That kind of control doesn't come from practice alone, it comes from experience, from confidence, from knowing exactly who you are on that stage. And maybe that's the real reason people can't stop talking about him right now. Because Jungkook isn't chasing the spotlight anymore. The spotlight is following him. Even standing among the full presence of BTS, where every member shines in their own way, there's something about him that feels different. Not louder, not forced, just undeniably present. It leaves fans with a feeling they can't quite explain. Like they're witnessing a new chapter unfold in real time. One that feels bigger, deeper, and far more personal than anything before. And what's even more striking is how natural it all feels. There's no dramatic shift that screams for attention, no sudden change that feels out of place. Instead, it's subtle, almost quiet. The kind of evolution that only becomes obvious when you compare it to the past. Jeon Jungkook isn't trying to prove anything anymore, and that's exactly what makes his presence feel so powerful now. You can sense a deeper level of control in everything he does. From the way he enters a song, to how he exits a moment, there's intention behind it. Even his breathing between lines feels timed, measured, purposeful. It creates this seamless flow where nothing feels rushed, nothing feels wasted. Every second counts, and somehow, he makes it look effortless. Then there's the way he interacts with the other members of BTS. There's a quiet confidence in how he stands beside them now, not as someone trying to catch up, but as someone who fully belongs in every shared moment. The glances, the small smiles, the synchronized energy, it all feels more grounded, more connected. Like he's found his balance within the group in a way that's stronger than ever. Fans are picking up on something else too. A sense of freedom. It's in the way he moves, less restrained, more expressive, like he's no longer holding anything back. There's a certain looseness in his performance now, a willingness to take small risks, to stretch moments just a bit further than expected. And those risks, they pay off. Because they make each performance feel alive. Unpredictable in the best way, as if anything could happen at any second. And that unpredictability keeps people watching closely, waiting, anticipating what he'll do next, how he'll shift the energy again, how he'll take control without ever making it obvious. And maybe that's the most fascinating part of all. You don't just watch Jungkook perform anymore. You feel like you're experiencing something with him. Every note, every movement, every pause, it draws you in deeper, until you're no longer just a viewer, you're part of the moment. And once you feel that, it's hard to look away. Which is why, right now, the conversation keeps growing. Not because people are told to talk about him, but because they genuinely can't stop. Because what Jungkook is showing in this comeback doesn't feel temporary. And that's the moment we're all witnessing, something bigger, something that feels like the start of a new chapter for Jungkook. If you felt it too, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Jungkook Movies, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next story we uncover together, because this is only the beginning.